Hey everybody, this is Dr. Michelle, and I am so excited about my new toy. This is a Nostalgia 4-quart electric ice cream maker, and I have not made ice cream in about maybe 15 years. So I thought let's do a show about ice cream, and I want to show you a variety of ice creams, not just the homemade, because there's a lot of school of thoughts. Do you cook your eggs? Do you not cook your eggs? Do you even need an ice cream freezer? There's so many ways now. We're going to try to show you a little bit of each of these ways. So sit back, relax, and take good notes. I bet you didn't know that July is National Ice Cream Month. And the third Sunday in July is actually National Ice Cream Day. Yummy homemade vanilla ice cream. Long gone are the days of just plain vanilla. You can get ice cream in just about every flavor and shade. So today's question is, do you like ice cream? I'd say she does. This vintage ice cream maker photo was shared with us by the Melvin Jackson family. Have to love those vintage ice cream makers.
This ice cream is so good. Yummy!
Anybody for mocha with chocolate sprinkles? Oh no, baby Jane likes ice cream too.
She is.
I'll take these for you.
Oh, no, they're mine. They're for my sister Blanche.
And we know what happened to Blanche. By now you should have your pad and pen so you can take great notes on how to make ice cream.
Ice cream, a brief history. The origin of ice cream dates all the way back to 2nd century BC. No specific date or inventor is marked with its origin. What we do know? 323 to 356 BC. Alexander the Great enjoys snow and ice flavored with honey and nectar. 8054 to 86. During the Roman Empire, Nero Claudius Caesar frequently sends runners into the mountains for snow, then flavoring it with fruits and juices. 1500 to 1600 CE, Marco Polo returns from China with a recipe similar to sherbet. 1700, cream ice appears regularly at the table of Charles I. 1744, the first official account of ice cream in the New World, in a letter written in 1744 by a guest of Maryland Governor William Bladen. May 12, 1777. First ad for ice cream appears in the New York Gazette. 1800s. Manufacturing ice cream becomes an industry in America due to technological advances. 1874. The American soda fountain shop and profession of the soda jerk emerges with the invention of the ice cream soda. 1896. The first ice cream cone is produced, credited to Italo Marchione. 1897. Alfred Crawley patents the ice cream scoop. 1890s. Religious criticism for eating sinfully rich ice cream sodas on Sunday spurs the creation of the sundae, with elimination of carbonated water, later changed to Sunday. 1946. America celebrates its World War II victory with ice cream, consuming over 20 quarts per person. 1984, President Ronald Reagan designates July as National Ice Cream Month, and the third Sunday of the month as National Ice Cream Day. 21st century. Ice cream history is still in the making, with new flavors and concoctions developed on a continuous basis.
You didn't think we were going to skip Alfred Crowley, did you?
Hello, everybody. It's Crazy Aunt Lindsay, and you are in the Fab Lab. I'm here with my Fab Lab professor, Olivia, and we are doing one of my favorite projects in the whole wide world that is inspired by one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Mr. Alfred Crowley.
He invented the ice cream scoop.
That is right. In the mid-1800s, when ice cream just started kind of hitting the scene, he was working at a hotel and noticed that some of his friends in the kitchen were having a hard time getting that delicious cream into bowls without sticking to the spoon and looking crazy once it got there. Now, Alfred was already super interested in creating things and figuring out the way they worked from his time spent as a youngster and teen learning and working with his father in Virginia, where he was a carpenter. So when Alfred saw this problem, he got straight to work drawing up plans for his invention that he would call the ice cream mold and disher. Now, no one had ever thought of this idea before, so in February of 1897, Crowley registered his design with the U.S. Patent Office, making him among the first African Americans in United States history to hold a patent, and the first in Pittsburgh to do so.
We're going to start off pretty easy with this orange ice cream. And this is great because there's no cooking, no ice, no salt needed, and no ice cream maker. Okay, we're going to start off with orange ice cream. Yummy. We're going to take 1 cup of whipped cream and put it in our bowl. We're now going to take a hand mixer and we're going to beat the whipping cream until it forms stiff peaks. Perfect. Now we're going to add a 1/3 cup of condensed milk. Eagle Brand's my favorite, but you can find any, and then we're going to beat that into the heavy whipping cream. Now we're going to add a 1/4 cup of orange juice, and we're going to mix that together. Now we're going to add some orange food color, just a few drops because it's pretty overpowering and it'll make a very orange color. So just use a few drops. Perfect. You see how beautiful that is? Okay, so now we're going to take our rubber spatula and we're going to make sure that we mix everything together really well, going around the sides. And then we're going to take our ice cream mixture and we're going to place it in a non-stick bread loaf pan or any other kind of pan that you can cover. And you're noticing this ice cream recipe does not require ice, it doesn't require salt, it doesn't require even an ice cream maker. We're going to make sure we get all of our ingredients in there. Then we're going to cover it with aluminum foil, place it in the freezer for 8 hours, and then voila! Look at this amazing, amazing orange ice cream. Yummy. Have some. I don't think I'll share. Now, how cool would it be to actually have your ice cream match your soup? So you could actually modify this recipe, and instead of taking a 1/3 cup of orange juice, you would just take some fresh strawberries, kind of mush them down with some little bit of sugar or Splenda. And instead of the orange food coloring, used up 1 drop of red. Yum! Okay, we're bringing you another fan favorite from Paw Daddy's Blind Hog BBQ. Super simple.
For our ingredients, you need 2 cans of condensed milk, 1 can evaporated milk, 4 teaspoons vanilla extract, 4 cups whole milk, 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to be mixing the ingredients into my large mixing cup because I've already got the milk in there. We want to add the condensed milk, and next you just want to mix all the other ingredients into the bowl and then mix it up with a whisk. And you can tell from your whisk when it touches the bottom that this stuff is still very thick, so gently stir it till it's all mixed up, and then chill the ice cream mix before using. Also helps to chill the canister. Pour the chilled ice cream mix into your chilled ice cream canister. Set it up for instructions for your ice cream machine. Now we want to add a layer of ice and then cover with a thin layer of salt. Continue layering with ice and salt until the bucket's full. Add ice and salt as needed for the next 30 minutes or until the machine stops. After 30 minutes, carefully remove the canister, take out the dasher, clean it with a spatula. Be careful because you don't want to waste a single drop. Transfer to another container or serve and store in the ice cream canister. This recipe is awesome. It seems to taste even better on the second day.
Okay, let's review that recipe again. 2 cans of condensed milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, 4 teaspoons vanilla extract, 4 cups whole milk, 1 cup of sugar. Doesn't get any easier than that, folks. So what are the top flavors? Well, you guessed it. Number 1, vanilla, followed by chocolate, cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip cookie dough, butter pecan, cookie dough, strawberry, moose tracks, and Neapolitan.
Come in here and have ice cream the way your grandparents had ice cream. I would like to say my sundae is the best because we make it and it's the best ice cream you're ever gonna have. And the toppings we make, again, the best you're gonna ever have. We try to use the best ingredients to make these products, which are getting harder and harder to find. Hi, I'm Vito Citrano. You're in my great establishment of Eddie's Sweet Shop. I'm originally from here in New York all my life. My father bought this store when I was very, very young, and I've been here ever since. We've had it since 1968, so we're coming on 50 years. That is the great trio. That's my grandfather, my father, and myself. At Eddie's Sweet Shop, we make all our ice cream on the premises and most of our toppings. And the whipped cream is hand whipped. So we do almost everything here. We make our hot fudge, our caramel, butterscotch, vanilla syrup, chocolate syrup, strawberry syrup, coffee syrup. We do almost everything. We have very good customers that are very loyal, and they come out and support us in the winter. They come from all over. So we have less people coming from the city, but we have them coming from Staten Island, Jersey, all around the world. The decor in Eddie's is almost all original. We try to keep it that way, which is very hard. So it takes a lot of work because they don't make these things anymore. But most of it that you see here is all original. From a marble countertop to inlaid wood. That refrigerator right there is one of the first electric refrigerators. It's about 80 years old. When you make an ice cream soda, the way you mix the syrup and the seltzer is jerking, so soda, jerk. But we're all nice people.
Frozen custard is a cold dessert similar to ice cream, but made with eggs in addition to cream and sugar. It is usually kept at a warmer temperature compared to ice cream, and typically has a denser consistency.
I don't know. I don't think this is big enough. Oh, hey. I think that's big enough.
That's some nice, big, awesome frozen custard. Yes, in fact, we're having the biggest ice cream cone, custard cone I've ever seen in my life. This is called the King Kong cone. This is equivalent to apparently almost like 40 small cones. The thing is insane. And I mean, who doesn't like to eat freezing cold ice cream in the freezing cold winter? But anyway, for this challenge, we're going to have 15 minutes to complete it. If we do, we will get it for free. I will get you the pricing info. But yeah, pretty much it is an absolutely giant ice cream cone. Again, custard difference between custard and ice cream. Custard is made with like more eggs and heavy cream. It's supposed to be really delicious. But anyway, let's go have some fun. Let's eat some food. Custard Co, here we come. And hopefully we don't freeze on the way over. So let's go eat some ice cream.
Alright everyone, so here we are with the King Kong cone, and this is giant to say the least. Oh, we gotta get started here because this is like, this is insane. I've never seen such like a big ice cream cone. So this is the equivalent, they said, of probably about 30 to 40 of their small cones. So this is custard, not ice cream, being egg yolks, heavy cream, richer, thicker. This looks awesome. So 15 minutes, right?
Let's do it.
Okay, so how about we get started? You give me a countdown whenever you're ready.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Oh man, that is rich. Huge though. You see, like, it's just buried in my head. There's a lot of ice cream on there. Correction, a lot of custard. I didn't realize how big this was.
Does anybody other than me think this is utterly insane?
Ooh, cool. Can I bother you for and we are done. Woo. Whoa. What was the time that, my friend?
12:23.
12:23, guys. That was crazy. I definitely underestimated how big that was. I am frozen, but man, that was very delicious.
Okay, I'm glad you guys like the humor. And now we're going to give you a recipe that's for our culinary perfectionists. This is a little bit more detailed and a little bit more intensive. So we're also going to be using a different type of device to actually prepare the ice cream, and that's the Cuisinart ice cream maker. So if you have a Cuisinart, this recipe is for you.
All right, here's the ingredients for this recipe. First up, we have some organic whipping cream. We're using whipping cream and half and half. We're gonna use a combination. Then we have some lemon zest. I'm using organic lemons here because I don't want pesticides in my lemon. Now, we do have an option here with our zest. We can either leave it in our final product. You'll notice that it's got a little bit of something to chew there, or you can take it out. You can strain it out, however you want to do it. Next up, we'll need some lemon juice. I'm using organic, of course, vanilla extract, sugar. I've got some egg yolks over here, and my last ingredient is limoncello, and this is a lemon liqueur that has a nice little lemony flavor to it. And what the limoncello will do is the alcohol content in it will help keep your ice cream from freezing rock solid, and it'll be easier to scoop out. We do need an ice cream maker for our recipe, so I do have a Cuisinart right here, and we'll be using that. Remember to freeze your insert overnight so that it's ready to go when you're ready to churn your ice cream. So we gotta do a little cooking here. I've got my heavy whipping cream right here. I'm gonna pour it into my saucepan, and here's our half and half. Now I'm gonna put my temperature on low. I'm gonna add the sugar and the lemon zest. Now this is where we're going to get that really beautiful, intense lemony flavor again from this. So we're gonna cook this. We don't want to bring this to a boil, we just want to bring it to a simmer, and we want that sugar to just dissolve into the mixture. Now once this comes to a simmer, we're going to cook it for just 3 to 5 minutes. So I turn the heat up just a little bit. It's not on low, it's a little above that. I want to get this to simmer, just a little bubble going on the edges, and then we'll start our 3 to 5 minute timer. What we don't want to do is burn this cream, so you want to stir it constantly. All right, so I've been cooking this now for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to cover it and let it sit for about 20 minutes. Our mixture's been sitting now for 20 minutes. You take the lid off, and we need to bring it back up to a simmer again. So I'm going to turn the heat on, and we need to get the temperature back up because now we're going to temper the eggs. I'm going to turn off the heat. Now, you want to take your egg yolks and blend them up, break them, mix them up. And I'm going to take a little bit of my cream mixture while I'm whisking at the same time, and I'm going to pour just a little bit in there. So we're slowly raising the temperature. Just make sure you keep whisking the whole time, okay? Another scoop or so, and then I'm going to pour this mixture back in. And I got to put this back on the heat. All right, and again, we'll just pour this into this mixture. I've got it on medium-low right now. And if you do happen to get a little lump or two in your mixture, you can always strain it out later. All right, so I got my temperature on medium-low. We're gonna cook this for about 10 minutes or so, or until this mixture, cooks. The eggs have got to cook a bit, and it coats the back of my spoon. All right, I think you can see here how this has gotten pretty thick, right? And there's a couple of bubbles. There were a couple of bubbles in there, but I've been stirring it, tending to this constantly. I haven't let it go. I don't want it to burn. And you can see how it's now coating the spoon, right? The back of the spoon, and you take your finger and you go like that, and you taste your finger, of course. It tastes yummy. And you can see that there's a nice line there. So we're gonna turn the heat off. And this was cooking about 6 minutes. And now I'm gonna add my vanilla extract. I'm going to stir that in, and then I'm going to let this cool for just a minute, and then I'm going to place it into a bowl or some mason jars, whatever you want to use, to chill down, because we have to let this chill before we can put it in the fridge. Now ideally you'd probably want to chill this overnight. I'm going to try and speed this up by using an ice water bath, and so we can keep going. All right, I'm going to put mine in mason jars, so here we go. I'm just going to pour this in so that I can get it cooled off. All right, so we're ready to start churning our ice cream. I've got my insert that has been in the freezer, so it's frozen solid. I'm gonna put it in my machine. Now I've got my mix here that's cold, and at this point, notice we have not added in our lemon juice yet, so we're gonna do that now, and it is chilled as well. So I'm gonna pour it into my bowl with the ice cream mix. Here's the limoncello, and I need to stir that in. Once that's mixed in, we're just going to pour it into our machine. I'm going to turn it on. Let me put in my churn piece there, turn it on, and then we're going to mix this until it's thickened up, or it's somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. All right, we've got billowing of ice cream in here. It looks incredible. Now this is pretty soft, I think. It's gonna be that way, probably partly because of the alcohol in it, and you can see here it's definitely soft serve. So I'm just gonna place it into my shallow dish. That'll help keep it from getting really hard in the freezer, along with the little bit of alcohol. Now with the limoncello, if you don't wanna put that in, or you can't find it, or you're just not gonna do that, you can use all lemon juice. Okay, so no worries there. I just did it because I wanted to keep it soft in the freezer, or softer, so that it makes serving it easier. Look at this, look at this. It is nice and creamy. And I'm gonna take a taste right out of this dish. I wanna get this in the freezer and let it firm up a little more, then I can scoop it out. But let me take a taste and tell you how it is. That has just the right amount of tartness with sweetness. It is creamy. Super good, guys. Try the recipe. I think you're gonna love it.
Now let's get our 10 facts about ice cream. The average American eats 6.9 gallons of ice cream a year. The world record for ice cream eating is 1.75 gallons in 8 minutes. 86% of us eat it at least once a week. more ice cream is sold on Sunday than any other day of the week. It takes 1.4 gallons of milk to make 1 gallon of ice cream. The most popular ice cream topping is chocolate syrup. In Canada, more ice cream is sold in the winter than in the summer. The U.S. produces the most ice cream in the world. The history of ice cream dates back to the 2nd century BC, China. The biggest ever ice cream sundae was made in Edmonton, Indiana in 1988, weighing 48,000 gallons. Oh, no! What would our final chapter be without listening to the Fifth of Beethoven as we watch ice cream in a production facility? Hope you're not hungry.